I spent 3 straight days scrolling through every single two-bedroom kit home listed on Amazon right now, and I found the cheapest one you can actually buy today. Not the $12,000 house from some article that came out 2 years ago. Not the listing that sold out 18 months back and is still floating around the internet like it is real. The actual cheapest two-bedroom kit home on Amazon, live, right now, in 2026. And here's the part nobody talks about. The price on the product page is not what this house costs you. Stick with me to the end of this video, because I'm going to show you the real final number, and it is not what you think. Quick thing before we get into it. If you're new here, this channel is Affordable Tiny Homes, and every single number I give you in this video comes from a listing I pulled myself. Today, no sponsorships, no affiliate links, no company paying me to say their house is a good deal. Hit subscribe and tap the bell, because Amazon changes these prices constantly, sometimes week to week, and I track them so you do not waste your money chasing a listing that already sold out. All right, let us get into the real numbers. If you have searched this topic before, you have probably seen the headlines. A two-bedroom Amazon home for $12,999. Another one for $19,000. One article even claimed under $5,000 for a two-bedroom prefab with a kitchen and bath. I want to be straight with you. Those articles were real when they were published, but most of them are 1 to 2 years old. The listings they were describing have since sold out, gotten pulled, or quietly had their prices bumped once the seller realized how much traffic they were getting. When I went and checked those exact product links this week, more than half of them either redirect to a different item at a different price, or they're gone entirely. So instead of repeating a number I cannot verify, I did the search myself today, filtered for listings that are actually in stock, actually specified 2 separate bedrooms, and actually shipped to the United States. Here's what I found. The lowest starting price I found on a kit that can be configured into a 2-bedroom layout is the Anovol 40-foot modern and luxury foldable house. This is a steel frame, sandwich panel container style build that unfolds on site instead of arriving in flat pieces you have to assemble. Depending on the day and the specific listing variant, I have seen this one priced anywhere from around $11,900 up to around $16,000 for the base 40-foot shell. Here is the catch, and I want to be honest with you about it instead of glossing over it like some of these articles do. That starting price is for a customizable shell. The listing lets you select your interior layout, including a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom configuration, but Amazon does not publish one fixed price for every single layout combination. The base number gets you the frame, the walls, the roof, and a standard floor plan. Locking in 2 separate bedrooms, a finished kitchen, and a finished bathroom typically pushes you toward the higher end of that range or requires a direct message to the seller for a custom quote. I am not going to pretend I have an exact number for you, because the seller has not published one, and I would rather tell you that honestly than make up a figure that sounds clean on camera. Now, if you want a home that already comes spec'd with 2 real bedrooms, a finished bathroom, and a fixed price you can screenshot right now, there's one listing that stood out from everything else I looked at. I'm going to show you exactly what it is, what it actually includes, and then I'm going to walk you through the number that Amazon does not put anywhere near the product page. The number that actually determines whether this house is a smart buy or an expensive mistake. So stay with me, because that number changes everything, and it is coming up in just a minute. The cheapest fully spec 2-bedroom kit home I found with a fixed, published price is the AMGUI prefabricated 2-story tiny house, sold on Amazon through the seller Odin. This unit is currently listed at $27,999, down from a list price of $29,999 using a clipped coupon on the product page. For that price, you get a 2-story structure with 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a bathroom, 5 pre-installed energy-saving LED lights, 2 motion sensor radar lights, 12 multipurpose 110-volt power outlets, built-in interior storage, and a permanent non-folding staircase to the 2nd floor. The listing also includes on-site installation, which is rare at this price point, since most competitors leave assembly entirely on you. Compare that to a similar size single-bedroom option from a competing brand called Duryu, which runs around $23,920 for a 13 by 20-foot kit with 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. You are paying roughly $4,000 more for the AMG UI to get a second bedroom, a second story, and installation included. Dollar for dollar, that is a legitimately strong deal if 2 bedrooms is a requirement for you. And it is a number I am comfortable calling the real answer to the cheapest 2-bedroom kit home on Amazon in 2026. Here is the reveal I promised you. $27,999 gets you the structure. It does not get you a place to put it. Once you factor in the pieces Amazon does not sell you, the real cost of living in this house looks very different. You need land, unless you already own a lot, and even a modest rural parcel can run anywhere from $15,000 to well over $50,000 depending on your state and county. You need a foundation or a compliant base because most jurisdictions will not let you set a prefab directly on dirt. And that is typically another $5,000 to $15,000 depending on whether you go with a gravel pad, a concrete slab, or piers. You need electrical and plumbing hookups run to the structure, which commonly lands between $5,000 and $20,000 depending on how far you are from existing utility lines. And you need permits, which vary wildly by municipality, but budget at minimum a few hundred to a couple $1,000s, plus the time it takes your local building department to review a prefab structure, which not every jurisdiction is set up to fast track. Add all of that up, and a $28,000 kit home can realistically land you somewhere between $55,000 and over $100,000 once the house is actually livable. That is not a reason to avoid this option. It is still dramatically cheaper than a median new building in most of the country. But if you buy the box without budgeting for everything around it, you're going to run out of money halfway through the project, and that is the single most common mistake I see people make with these Amazon kit homes. One more thing before we wrap up. Not every city or county will let you place a structure like this on your land, especially if you're planning to live in it full-time rather than use it as a backyard office or guest space. Some jurisdictions classify these as accessory dwelling units and require a separate permitting path with minimum square footage rules, setback requirements, and utility connection standards. Others will not permit a foldable or modular structure as a primary residence at all. Before you click buy, call your local building and planning department and ask directly whether a prefabricated or modular dwelling is permitted on your specific parcel and what the inspection process looks like. That one phone call can save you from owning a $28,000 house you are not legally allowed to live in. So there it is. The real cheapest 2-bedroom kit home on Amazon right now is the AMG UI 2-story tiny house at $27,999. And the real total cost once you add land, foundation, utilities, and permits realistically sits somewhere between $55,000 and $100,000 depending on where you live and what you already own. If this saved you from chasing a listing that does not exist anymore, or from budgeting $28,000 for a house that actually costs $80,000, do me a favor and hit subscribe. I check these listings every single month, and I will keep you updated the second a better deal shows up or the second one of these popular listings sells out. Drop a comment and let me know what part of the country you are building in, because permitting rules change everything, and I read every single one. I will see you in the next video.